Oh, we can't film and do Lady Gaga at the same time. Well, but we'll get back to you, Lady Gaga. So, hi everybody. I haven't done tarot on film in a really long time, and actually, It was around that time that I stopped doing it that I bought this really giant Rider-Waite deck. So now I've moved. I am in Austin, Texas, and I am doing Poolside tarot. And I'm being told by my friend Haley that I'm screaming, so I won't scream. So I'm sorry that I didn't shuffle these on camera, but it occurred to me to just do it afterwards, so I am doing it. So these are the cards that came up, and all I did was ask the cards, what's the energies that we're dealing with for the overall week. So here we are. So I'll try to do it. I'll come on tomorrow and I'll do a daily one, but this is what we're dealing with for the week. We've got a Four of Wands card that came out first. The Magician card came out as our central card, and I strongly feel that that's the central card for sure. And then these three kind of came out together. We've got the Five of Pentacles. This is the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Now these are all cards of conflict. And then the bottom of the deck, I was inspired to look at the bottom of the deck, and that was the Fool card that came out. So essentially we've got, you can look at this a couple of different ways. You can look at the Four of Wands card as a card of, something that's in the past position. Potentially, depends on how it applies to you. Take what I say and resonate, and what doesn't, throw it out. But the Four of Wands could be in the past position for you, whereas it's a time of great victory and a time of great prosperity. But essentially, this isn't only a temporary card. It is not a major arcana card, even though this is a card that is considered by many one of the happiest cards in the deck, because everybody looks cool in it, right? They're celebrating. They've obviously gotten married, or they're celebrating something, and these are, they've created some kind of foundation. They've got a castle behind them, and you've got these four wands that are, you can tell that they're built of something sturdy by the oak leaves that are in the canopy, and the acorns that are also in the canopy that's been created over them, and the grape leaves, and this rich abundance in this card. But this card is, like I said, not a major arcana card. It is not a major signpost. It is a temporary energy. It is a minor arcana card, and it's only a 4. So you have in the deck, you've got anything from the ace all the way up to a 10. And the 10, am I speaking softly enough?
She had her phone because I forgot there was hummus in the fridge.
She might have her phone. Anyway, we're talking about hummus and snacks. So you've got a 4 here. So, like I said, you can go anywhere from an ace all the way to a 10, and this is only a 4. There's a lot of cards between there. And of course, you see, like I said, we're coming up on the 7 of Wands further into this reading. So, we've got this card of great victory, this card of great celebration and abundance, but a 4, it's still very low in the numbers. There's a lot of numbers between 4 and 10. Now, that could be in a past position. It could also mean, it could be a couple of different things. It could be that you've got just 2 different energies, like we're working between 2 different poles here. So here, we've got these 3 cards that came out together, which is the Five of Pentacles. Nobody ever wants to see the Five of Pentacles. I mean, that just looks miserable, right? These guys are not looking too happy. They're legit out in the cold, and this guy's, he's on crutches, and he's wearing 2 different. Actually, he's only on one shoe. Actually, that one is, he's lame. He's very lame here. And, she's also barefoot. Like, circumstances have come in that caused them to be, they're not even like together in this picture. They're kind of like fending for themselves and sort of like, doing their best to survive. But if they look above them and they ask for help from the divine, and that's what, you can look at this like they've been shut out by society. Like I said, circumstances have created a very poor situation. And so, and I want to say circumstances more because this Seven of Wands card came out. Seven of Wands, it's almost like, this is like conflict that was honestly, it's kind of bullshit conflict. It's not even like real conflict. It's, stuff that has, they've allowed to come between them, and has caused, sleepless nights, endless stress, just constant drama and nonsense stuff, the stuff that keeps you up at night and continues to keep you, at stress. But this is actually a 9. This is coming towards the end, and so this is why I see this as, rather than this being in the past position and this being where things are headed, I see the Magician in between here. And this, like I said, this is the central card of the reading, and this card is as above, so below. So, like I said, you could look at the past, you could look at this, and then see these circumstances. What you've called down from above has come to manifest. This is where you've landed. You've got conflict to deal with, and it's causing sleepless nights. And that could be true. That could be very true. You could have, called in, you could have created, because the Magician card is a card of creation, and it's a major arcana card. This is a major overarching theme. Like, if you continue to call in stuff, you're going to end up out in the cold. You're going to end up with these issues that cause nattering and nattering and nattering. The kind of nattering. This is not a swords card. This is a wands card. But this person is defending himself. He's in a very defensive stance against a lot of things that are coming toward him. And at some point, he's just going to be tired and be like, the thoughts are overwhelming him. And now, actually, he's at a point where, this person is at a point where, the thoughts are overwhelming him, and he's so much in his thoughts that he can't quite see a way out. But if he actually gets to a point where he realizes, if he goes back into being the Magician, if you go back into the place where you actually do control your circumstances, you do control your thoughts, you're not bound up by your thoughts. This person is infinity. If you recognize your own infinity, your own infinite power, you can change your circumstances. And part of being in your infinite power is being in faith. So again, this 5 of Pentacles card is calling us to come into faith, to rely on whatever is a higher power than you, to surrender. And this guy needs to surrender. And that might cause you some worry about losing control. This guy's like jumping off a ledge, right? Like, the dog's almost pushing him, actually. I don't know why I'm seeing I don't normally see it that way, but I see the dog is almost pushing him to jump off a ledge and to take a leap of faith. And the sun's behind him, supporting him. That's what your soul wants. Like, the sun is your soul. You can start over again. This is the 0 card. This is the first card of the major arcana. It's the first card of the deck, and you can start over again. But you have to let go of your thoughts and your assumptions about things. Get out of your defensive stance. Get out of this sense of lack. Be the Magician. So read this in reverse and get back here to the 4 of Wands. All right, so that's the and I almost see that as what's going on in the sky as we move forward through the week. Like, if we can actually maybe almost look at, these are the cards that are the beginning of the week, and we're going to come back over to here. If we can only get into this faithful position, take the risk, take the leap of faith, do the impossible, but know that it's not impossible. You got powers. You got all the powers of every tool around you. You have peaceful lilies here. You've got roses. You've got the power of pentacles. This is power over the material. You've got power over your emotions. It's the chalices. Power over the swords. He's holding his hand wide. He's asking for help from the divine, and he's going to bring it down. He's manifesting it. What do you want to manifest? You want to come back to here? I do. All right, guys. Enjoy. Have a great week.